Hey everybody, Dutchman Mods and Repairs. Got another video coming up for you here. Today going to be working on a 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This particular video is going to cover two things. One, obviously, it's going to be something to do with the turn signal circuitry for this Jeep Grand Cherokee. This probably applies to, I don't know what years of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, but most of them. But before I get into the specifics for this year, make, and model, I want to share something in regards to what's basically will work for almost any vehicle. Well, not work, but mainly more of a symptom, and some people might be aware of and some people might not be. And that is when you've got your turn signal either left or right and it is blinking 100 miles an hour. That is on purpose. The circuitries and the electrical circuits in the cars have been designed with the bulbs so that if you have your turn signal left or right, front or back, if that bulb is burnt out, that side, left or right, is going to blink very, very fast. And that's just a cue to let you know that somebody outside your vehicle doesn't know which way you're turning. Could be front, could be back, but at least you know which side to go to, and at least you know you have a problem. So it's not that all of a sudden your turn signal's just blinking fast. There is a problem there, okay? Newer vehicles, you may get an indication somewhere up on the dash that will actually tell you, left rear, right front, turn signal bulb or turn signal problem or something like that. But in any vehicle, I say 99.9% of them, blinking fast, you know you got a problem on either left or right bulb, front or rear. So you can at least turn the signal on and go check. So here, I'm just going to demonstrate this real quick. Here's normal. Okay, that tells me everything is going fine and dandy on the right hand side, front and back. That's telling me I've got a problem somewhere on the left hand side. Now in this vehicle, it's already told me it's in the rear, but even if it didn't, I could literally walk outside the vehicle right now and find that out. So what we're gonna do is take a quick walk out. Let's do that. Looking like crazy in the front here. We'll go to the back and we've got nada. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on replacing the turn signal in this vehicle. All right, so let's get into this real quick here. This is I want to show you some of the tools you may need. You more than likely will just need something like this. Okay, little pry clip or grommet pry bar. You could probably get away with a flat tip screwdriver. You never know when a needle nose plier what these things come in handy in case these things go squirrely on you when you're trying to pull them out. And for the 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the turn signal assembly is a 3157. You can find those at Walmart and in any of your box stores, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto, places like that. You can always look in the book or go up front, ask them for what you're looking for, or they usually have a book, like a little catalog in the bulb area where you can look up your year, make, and model, and it'll tell you what bulbs you need. So where you're getting at here, hopefully the lighting is okay, is you are going to be taking this whole assembly out here, okay? And the way this assembly is set in here is inside here there's two kind of plastic parts of this that kind of notch into and are held into a little nook, a couple little nooks. And then basically you just have these little plug grommets, two of them. You have one here and one down here that hold it in. That's what these guys look like. So I've already gone and taken one out. I wanted to show you what they look like. So this guy here actually is inside that guy there, and you can see it's just like a wall anchor almost. As that pushes in there, the plastic grommet portion inside there comes out like that and puts the pressure to hold the light assembly so that the light assembly can't move out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this with this pry assembly. Okay, And what I like to do is kind of get down in here at first, do just a little loosening there on the main grommet piece, then come in and work your way in. Just kind of work your way around. You can pry that out just a little bit and then get your pry in there, right? Once that's loose, everything comes out. And then basically what you've got is this whole assembly now is loose. Okay, so be careful, don't go ripping this thing out. You don't want it, you don't want it tipping out onto your paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently get this worked out with my free hand that's holding the camera, and I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to put a couple towels underneath there so it doesn't scratch up the paint. All right, I went ahead and started up the vehicle because I want to get a close-up with you so you can see you've got actually two sets of bulbs that are blinking in here. Okay, so it's not just one. So we're going to come over to this other side and check this one out. So a little correction there. We're not going to replace both. The 3157 bulb that I'm going to replace is actually up here. This one down here is must be an LED bulb. It's completely different. But if you look on here, you can see exactly what way you have to twist these connectors to lock and unlock them. So basically, it's really simple. In this case, I'm just going to come counterclockwise and pull it out. Okay. And there's the bulb. And interestingly enough, other than looking dark, I can't see. Oh, I can just see, hopefully this, whoops. You can just see in there that hopefully, whoops. Trying to get an angle on that where you can just see the filament and that the second filament down. So you've all the way to the left, you got one filament and then one in the middle. It's open in the middle, and that should be our problem. So let's replace the bulb and see what we got. All right, so when you're taking these out, they're really easy. They just push in, pull out. It should be a pretty easy pull out. If you're having to squeeze to get a lot of pressure to pull this thing out, be really, really careful because you're dealing with glass here, and there is the risk that if you squeeze on the bulb too much as you're pulling out, and you could crack that bulb and you might hurt yourself. So just be mindful of that. You might want to get maybe a pair of pliers or something and kind of grab the black plastic part to pull out, but just kind of wiggle it and pull it out. New bulb's in. Again, we just pushed it in. Push it all the way until it bottoms out. Come into that assembly, that light assembly right there. Turn it till it locks. You won't hear a clip or anything. It'll just turn it a little bit tight, and you're done. All right, so we've got the working bulb in. You can see the little round notches there. There's one there, and then one right there. One there and one there. Those go into those two little notches there. So when you're putting this back in, it's pretty simple. You know, just kind of eyeball, align that up. Just kind of get it set up in there, and they're gonna just hear that little bump in there. They're actually in there. You can see the turn signal is working now. Upper and lower. So even though they both blank, the top bulb was causing that circuit not to work correctly. So neither one was actually flashing. So then all we're going to do now, very, very simple. Just we're going to reverse of removal. These little grommet pieces, kind of pull them out a little bit so there's not so much pressure on it. You can kind of push these guys together, push them in there. That's it. Same thing here, and we are done. Okay, I hope that helps somebody out. Really easy to do. Without filming, this job would have been like a easily 15 minutes or less job. Give us a thumbs up. Got any comments or questions? I'll answer them the best I can. Otherwise, have a great day.